Yeah, you could be the greatest, you could be the best. You could be the King Kong banging on your chest. You could beat the world, you could beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door. You could throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. 'Cause you burn with the
Door's not staying. I gotta.
¡Vámonos, chicas!
You guys can slide along the road and going up.
I'll go in the front line. We're in a fucking front line.
Split the room up in this section here. I want to know which section is really glad to be here this morning. You guys over here, you ready to make some noise? Come on, I see the blood, you got blood flowing. If you're glad to be here on this side, make some noise in this place. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys remember from Aspire, we have the contributor, and then what's this side?
Creative.
The creator side. You guys, if you're glad to be here, make some noise. Oh man, it is great to be with you. My name is Mike. I just said I'll be your MC or your host. And we have a few people who are still trying to get in with traffic, and apparently there was an earthquake somewhere over there earlier this morning too. So what I'm going to do, I want to give them 5 minutes more to get here. So before we officially start in 5 minutes, if you guys want to go to the washroom, get some coffee, whatever you need to do, we'll start right in 5 minutes. I'll get the timer going right now. I'll be back in 5. We'll get started, and we're going to have the best freaking 3 days. You guys get ready. I'll see you in a minute. You might be guests of someone who went to Aspire. So if that's you, you're in for a treat because we have 3 days of the most amazing financial training. So I've been to a lot of workshops. A lot of you guys are like me and you are seminar junkies. I've invested a lot of money into myself, as I'm sure a lot of you have as well.
Yep.
And I've been to a lot of different things. And there's nothing like the 3 days you're in for this next 3 days. There's no financial training like you're gonna get in these 3 days. It's gonna blow your freaking mind. So as Andrew said at Aspire, what are the 1% of the 1% doing? How are they doing it? And let's break that down. Let's take 3 days and explain it. But what I love about Andrew is it's not just going to be, you know, a lot of this financial training can be pretty dry and boring, and he is the opposite of that. He's hilarious, he's fun, you guys are going to have a good time. So are you guys okay if we learn a ton of stuff, but also have a good time along the way?
Yes.
You guys cool with that? If we tell some jokes and just laugh a little bit, enjoy ourselves, get to know your neighbors, get to know people in your section. So if you noticed, you guys all are in a team. We have Team Pink, make some noise. Over here, I see Team Red. Make some noise, Team Red. Woo! Who do we have here? Orange? Is that orange? Is that green over there? In the back, where you guys? What's your color? Yellow. Make some noise. Is this orange right here? The whole thing? Mm-hmm. All right, over here on this side. Let's see what we have. Is that blue? Team Blue. Oh, Team Blue's got the energy. And then is this whole thing Team Blue, or is that Silver in the back? Silver, make some noise. Mark, Team Mark, what's your color? Magenta? Red, make some noise, come on. And coffee's not kicked in yet from the corner over there. You guys in the back, make some noise in the back, let them hear you. All right, their coffee has to work. You guys were here early, ready to go. I'm so excited. So we're gonna get Andrew up in just a minute. I wanna go over a few house rules, kind of go over a few things with you. And the reason why I'm here, I wanna share for just a moment why I'm here and who I am, just so you guys know. I grew up in San Antonio, Texas. When I was 5 years old, I moved to Indiana. The first day of school, kindergarten, I didn't know anyone. I was upset because I didn't want to leave the life I had lived my whole life in Texas. I go to Indiana. My mom's walking me up the little sidewalk to the little school. And she sees this blonde lady who has a little boy, and she's holding his hand, and we're both walking together. It was his first day, it was my first day. Neither one of us knew anyone, so our moms got connected and said, well, why don't you boys go into school together? And that boy is Andrew Cordell. He's our speaker, and he's my dude. He's my best friend. I've known him since the first day of kindergarten. And here's another one of us when we're really little. So there's Chicago Cubs representing. And so a little bit just about this. I love to share that picture because I want you guys to know like who you're hearing. He's obviously brilliant. You guys are at Aspire, you know that. He's hilarious. He's an amazing storyteller. He's an incredible teacher. So his family line is not in finance. He doesn't come from a trust fund. His family line was teachers who were on welfare. Like that's his family. That's where he comes from. So it's in his blood to teach. So if you ask him like, why do you do this? Well, first off, he loves to talk about it. He loves to teach. He loves to figure stuff out that's really cool and then tell people about it. And then people love him for it because he's cracked the code. And so anyway, that's the kind of guy he is. So I've known him since kindergarten. When I was in 5th grade, he moved away back to Georgia. I stayed in Indiana. And every summer, our whole childhood, I'd go to Georgia and I'd hang out with him, go to Six Flags and all this fun stuff we do all summer. In college, we went to college together. And here's a little snippet of who Andrew is. So he worked like a week and a half at UPS. And there was like it was a 45-minute drive. There's a bunch of tolls, there's a bunch of gas. When you factor all that in, and we were making like $7 an hour at the time, he's like, why are people doing this? It doesn't make any sense. A week and a half of it, he figured, I don't want to do that. So he started doing his own self-employed businesses in college, started hiring like a bunch, like this whole section right here, he had hired a bunch of college kids to do his business. So in college, he was like a little business magnate kind of guy. It was awesome. And so then life happens, and you guys are old enough, I think almost everyone here is an adult that I see. You guys all know life happens. You have dreams, you have goals, you have talent, you have ambition, you have brains, you have the willpower, but sometimes life is just going to punch you in the face. And so Andrew in 2008 had built this incredible real estate empire. Those of you who were around investing in the early 2000s, man, it was amazing time to be a real estate investor. That's when I got started in 2001 as a real estate investor. And so Andrew in 2008, he was doing over 100 flips a year. He had a bunch of employees, a whole business, a whole structure. It was a machine he had built. The downside was when you're that extended or that leveraged and things go bad, as you guys know, 2009, things went really bad, you're very exposed. And so in 2009, he went through a divorce, his dog took the dog, his business went under. All this happened in a matter of like a month. And you guys might have been through this, you know how this is life sometimes. There's highs and there's lows, and sometimes when it's low, it's really low. So in 2009, he moved in with me in my spare bedroom, and it was those conversations in my bedroom on that couch. He was talking about how I want to build this back, and I've got to build it back where it can't be taken from me. So it was like the genesis, the birthing of what Money Is has become was in 2009. After losing it all, he's like, I want to figure out what these people are doing that don't lose it all. Like O.J. Simpson lost a civil suit, has not paid a penny. How does he do that, right? How do you lose and still keep all your money? What are the rich of the rich doing? And so from losing it all, that was his motivation to learn all this stuff that we'll get to learn this week, and it's super cool, super incredible stuff. And then, if you guys understand, you know, our time comes. My time came in 2018. I lost my job, lost a lot of my business, went through a divorce, lost my dog too, all in a matter of a month. One of those things. And the first person that called me was Andrew Cordell. And he says, Mike, are you doing okay? And I said, honestly, I'm not doing great, but hey, I'm here, I'm alive. He's like, well, come on the road with me. So since 2018, I've been traveling with him. I've been learning. I just lean in when he speaks because he's so fun, so engaging. I've heard him talk about a million different things, but I freaking love all of it, you guys. It's so great. I can't get enough of it. And so you'll meet the team out here in the green shirts. They're like me. We love this guy. We love Andrew. We love what he stands for. We love his mission, what he's trying to do to educate the masses on what these guys are doing over here. Because if you guys don't know, you do know if you're here. You're smart enough to understand. You know, for a long time, what made America so prosperous, we had a robust middle class. And you guys understand, this is being carved out before our very eyes. So there's two choices for the future. You're over here, or you're over here. And it is of utmost importance that everyone hearing me get to this side quick. And so that's why we're here. You guys get that? Can we do that? Can we work on that this week?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is just a sneak peek
of what's the event about, but I just want to share my experience and also how did I know about this event. So technically I was just browsing on my Instagram about like a month ago or so. So I saw that it was like, oh, there's this tour it's called Aspire, and I think like, what, I haven't been to any conferences or anything like this in Los Angeles or lately in 2024, and I just went back to it's like really socialized world, so networking technically. So I'm like, what, I need to go, I need to actually fool my mindset and also make more quality connections or network. So I signed up and I went around March 23, which is I got back from a trip and also from San Francisco, and I went to that weekend, and another one that I go to Orange County in another week. It's like I come back for this. So crazy that it's been travel nonstop for me, so I got burned out a little bit, but I was really amazed at this because I pay for the ticket. It's like $70. It's like a BOGO. So I buy one ticket and then somebody gonna go with me for free. And just imagine with $70, I was able to actually listen to so many like inspirational keynote speaker, like famous like Magic Johnson's, also Marcus, and then Lewis House, and so many people actually like Tim Groover. So many people you cannot imagine like who can you can actually just pay for $70 and listen to all these famous speaker. So I went and I learned so much, and I just like get back to my inspirations for that. Also, they was actually offering a class for money, which is we learn about how to open it's like a investment accounts for in the future. If you don't know, I was life insurance agents back in 2020, and I was like learning a lot of knowledge, everything about investing and also finance. And back in college around 2018, I also took a personal finance class. And they do offer, so you cannot blame on the government or educational system that they don't teach you. This was not required on the curriculum, but they do have an offer on the system for you to register and learn about the personal finance when they teach you about everything. So back in the time, I was able to learn about it, and at the same time, I always have such a crazy thing about learning about money because from my family, my parents always argue about money, and we grow up poor. We grow up struggling to pay our bills, and I always have like issues with finance, and always live paycheck by paycheck, even though I have a business back there in Vietnam. But money always moving and rotating, that you gotta pay for bills and all the expenses and everything, and I got burnt out. So when I moved here and I sold my business, technically I was like tired of living paycheck by paycheck, and then I have to work so much, like 2 jobs in order to pay for my triple educations, and I got burnt out. I only slept like 3 hours a day, but I still able to like manage it because I don't know, I was young, but now if I do that, I will be getting so crazy. So that's the reason why I have a huge passion about learning or changing my situations from the past. I want to learn about money. I want to understand and speak about the language, because when I understand this better, I can avoid being broke, being poor. And I never actually hate rich people. I always hang out with rich friends, even though I wasn't rich, and they still hang out with me and we're getting along. So by attending these events, I learned so many things, and I hope that in the future, when I have the ability, I can walk you through, showing you the example of how I become or how much I make in the past for like $50 a month to XYZ amount of money in the future, but through my accomplishments. And I hope that you can learn something, and I hope that I can educate and also at the same time share something that relatable to you. So yeah, I just want to share you a little bit something about this.
Yeah, you could be the greatest, you could be the best, you could